Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and if you're watching this, you've probably watched the first part. So, the first part of this two-part was looking at my DVD collection. So recently I went on Facebook Marketplace, bought 250 DVDs, and find I don't have space for all of them. Who knew? Basically, I bought some DVDs to sell off Facebook Marketplace. Some I've kept, some I've sold, and some I'm going to donate. I wanted to go through mine to see what I had, what I could get rid of before I started sorting through the actual DVDs to sell. So I've done a part 1 of this so far, and if you want to see the 5 parts of the haul that I did where I bought all the ones off Facebook Marketplace to resell and everything, I will link as many of them as I can. There's like 5 altogether. This one is going to be the second part of showing you the actual DVDs that I own myself. So I've done a part 1, this is part 2, let's get right into it. So, what I own Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge, which is possibly the worst one out of the entire lot. Not a big fan of it, but I do have the entire collection of Pirates of the Caribbean. I've already shown you all my Sex and the City discs, so I won't bore you with all them. And I do have all the movies as well. So we'll put them to one side. I've shown you black books. Okay, my son's DVD is Rogue One. Absolutely obsessed with Star Wars. They've been to see all the movies and they're just obsessed with them. I've shown you Sherlock Holmes. Okay, another series my son likes is the Transporter series. I believe we have all 3. It features Jason Statham, mostly with his top off all the time, fighting people. Next we have 2012. This is about the end of the world, the apocalypse, end of days. My son's DVD, Faster. Again, if you saw the previous video, you know he loves Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Me, not so much. We have The Day After Tomorrow. Again, another apocalyptic end of the world movie. Let's have a look. We have Meet the Fockers, which is an okay film. It's not as good as Meet the Parents. I did show you a DVD of the circus. We do have another one. This is the Circus and Water Spectacular Souvenir DVD. We buy these usually when we go to the circus. It's generally of the years before performance, which we've been to as well. I have this DVD, which is called I Spit on Your Grave. It's about a girl that was brutally raped and then she seeks revenge and she kills them in, particular ways, as you do. Okay, I have the complete second season of The Monsters. If you saw my first video in this series, I did have the complete first season. I do like to complete seasons where possible. I also show you the cartoon ones that my son loves, and that one is Bugs Bunny. Another series I like is Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Seth Rogen is absolutely hilarious in this. I'm not a big fan of Elizabeth Banks, but there is so many other good characters in there that she's kind of like overshined. I did show you that I had the 50 Shades. Now I have 50 Shades Darker. Worst overhyped film I've ever been to see in the cinema. We also have an old school DVD that I like, and that's Human Traffic. Absolutely love this movie. It's definitely worth a watch. It's about music and raving and just living life to the full. My son likes this one, Battleships. It's got Rihanna in it. Very poorly acting though. I did show you the Trainspotting number 2. Now I have Trainspotting number 1, which is the perfect one. Unless you like the sound of a crying baby, which is terrifying. I've shown you Sex and the City. Again, Star Wars. We own so many Star Wars. Another DVD I like is Corpse Bride. Johnny Depp again. I own nearly most things that Johnny Depp's ever been in, not to brag. Van Helsing. Old school, but really like things with Dracula in or vampires. A DVD I regret buying, Pitch Perfect 3. It's awful. World's worst film, okay? Going into the second drawer so I can find that's interesting. This is a really interesting one. Now, I like steampunk, and when I was dating Marcus before we split, we were in Sainsbury's and we were trying to look for cheap DVDs, and we came across this one. And it's called Mortal Engines, and it's all got these really cool little movable houses, and it's all steampunky. So anyone that doesn't know what steampunk is, watch this film, and that'll give you a good idea. It was £5 when I bought it, and it's also from the filmmakers of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so it's a really good watch. Obviously, the Bottom series, if you don't know Abe Edmondson and Rick Mail, really good TV series. Unfortunately, Rick Mail died, and they were going to bring it back, which is a shame. Vin Diesel's Triple X. A film that's really funny, super bad. If you know McLovin, you'll laugh at that. Okay, what else do we have? My son likes this series. It's called The Hangover. Can't really get into it, unfortunately. Just not my thing. He also has this film called Gravity. It's the Blu-ray edition. Just can't get into that either. A film that I do like is The Devil Wears Prada. Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway. Not a big fan of Anne Hathaway, but the whole concept of the actual film is good. Not into that one. Johnny English, again, is my son's DVD. Johnny English Strikes Again. Men in Black 2. Mission Impossible 2. Again, my son likes Tom Cruise in films. I don't. We have G.I. Joe. Again, my son's DVD. Torque, son's DVD. It's about motorbikes and stuff. Not really my kind of interest. We have T-Rex's biography. If you saw my What I've Been Watching DVD thing, I told you about this. It's a really good biopsy of Mark Bolan's life. We have Mrs. Brown at Christmas. Of course we do. More Bottom, more Taz from my son's collection. I do have my youngest over 2 days a week, and we like to sit there and chill out and, just watch some cartoons. More Miss Brown. One that my son likes to watch, Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. That would be my eldest son. More Mrs. Brown. We've got the entire series, all of them. We've got the film. We also have the live one. Let's see what else we've got here. My son likes, again, Terminator Genesis. Didn't really get into the Terminator series, I must admit. What Women Want, Mel Gibson electrocutes himself and can hear what women think. Daffy Duck, again, my son's collection. The second Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass. Couldn't get my head into that, unfortunately. It's just not my thing. Jurassic World is my eldest. I've actually watched Jurassic World recently, and it wasn't too bad. Again, my son, Training Day, featuring Denzel Washington being a cop. Into the Storm, another End of Days. We love end of day movies in this day and age. We want to see the world end, and I don't know why. Another one, Jurassic Park, the Ultimate Trilogy. And then we've obviously got the Jurassic Lost World ones. Die Hard 4. Don't know why we only have one Die Hard. Possibly my son's, again. We have recently just moved out of my partner's house, ex-partner's house, or partner, whatever you want to call it now. Pixels, so we were splitting DVDs, and I don't know if we ended up taking ours or a mixture. Pixels, it's not the best film in the world. Mrs. Brown, the movie. if this channel was dedicated to Mrs. Brown. John Hex. Now that's an interesting little movie. I don't like Megan Fox at all. I think she was terrible in this. I think she was terrible in Transformers. That's my personal opinion. This one is really funny. It's possibly the only girl flick that I own. Katherine Heigl's 27 dresses. She's about to find the perfect fit. Basically, she has 27 bridesmaids dresses, but she's never had a wedding dress. It's all too mushy for my liking. Next we have is Orphan. Now this is a really cool film. So she's an orphan. She gets adopted into this family where they have a son and they have a girl who's deaf, and it transpires that she has a thing for killing people. And she kills a couple of people in it, attempts to kill a couple of people, and there's a really good twist at the end that you have to watch it for. I'm not going to spoil it. Then a DVD my son likes is the Super Mario Brothers film. It makes me vomit. It is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. A DVD I haven't watched in ages, apart from like when it first came out, was The Golden Compass. I like the whole art aesthetic. One movie I do like to watch is Garfield. Oh, the lasagna eating troublemaker. Who doesn't like a troublemaker? I like cats, I like lasagna. They kind of go together. And the last DVD I think I have is Transporter 3. The worst one out of the entire set. Personally, I do have other DVDs that we haven't watched in like yonks. So things like My Last 5 Girlfriends, never watched it, but I seem to own it. There are DVDs that I own that I've like never watched, whether it's they've been bought for me, I picked them up in a charity shop, and then I've just never watched them. I don't have a huge DVD collection anymore because obviously when me and my ex-partner were together, we obviously bought a load of DVDs and a collection, and then after splitting we separated, and obviously I took what I wanted and he kept the DVDs he wanted. So if we'd have stayed together, I had a huge collection. We bought many DVDs over the 13 years. Some I let him keep, some I took myself. And we just kind of amicably split them up. I think I've got one or two that are probably his that got mixed. But that's what happens when you split. But yeah, DVDs that I own are mostly TV series like The Sex and the City, or they're horror ones. So things like the Saw franchise, Silent Hill, and that kind of thing. So, you know, there's plenty to watch here. Oh, is there plenty to watch? Plenty of DVDs, plenty of things to watch. They don't all fit, unfortunately. I'm having to like squeeze them in. It's not the easiest thing fitting DVDs in a drawer. I don't really have anywhere for like them to go, which is like unfortunate. I haven't got like a DVD thing to put them in yet. I will do eventually. If you're wondering, no, I don't have carpet. I'm sitting on the floor on a cushion. Oh, the fancy lifestyles of moving into your own place. Unfortunately, COVID is making, or was making, it hard to be able to move and do stuff. And it's not got any easier since moving. There are still some things you can and can't do, and that's just how life is. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna try and fix what's going on with my drawer. If you want to see more from me, and like and subscribe, there is a part 1 to this if you want to see the rest of my collection. And if you want to see all the DVDs I got from the Facebook Marketplace, there are 5 videos of that. I will link them all on here somewhere. Comment down below if you've seen any of these, you like any of these. Give me a big thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye.